Bonjour. Just going to run through a few ideas for a piece of writing. So when you're producing a piece of writing, for example, about holidays, you want to try and make sure that you really vary your responses. You're not repeating yourself. And in order to do that, and to go into plenty of detail, I'll mention some of the things that you could use that allow you to use what we call synonyms, so different ways of saying the same thing. So let's run through some connectives you can use. So linking words are good ways to make sure that you, rather than having lots of small sentences, you can make longer, more complex sentences. So some of the connectives that you could be using are words like and, et, but, mais, also, aussi, however, cependant, moreover, as in what's more, en plus, on the one hand, d'un part, on the other hand, d'autre part, therefore, donc, because, parce que, another way of saying because or since, car, when, quand, where, où, even though, même si, if, si. Now, another nice thing to use, rather than just mentioning adjectives on their own, is to use some intensifiers that show the degree that adjective is relevant. So, for example, words like very, très, quite, assez, a bit, un peu, really, vraiment, too much, as in TOO, too, trop. You can also try and use some sequences that show us the order in which you do things. Again, this encourages you to include lots of different activities, more detail. So I'm talking about words like firstly, d'abord, then, puis, next, ensuite, afterwards, après, later, plus tard, finally, enfin. And what's also nice to use are frequency expressions like normally, normalement, usually, d'habitude, generally, en général, always, toujours, often, souvent, from time to time, de temps en temps, sometimes, parfois, again, encore. And phrases like toujours, souvent, parfois, encore, they need to go after the verb. But phrases like normalement, d'habitude, en général, de temps en temps, they're fine at the beginning. So I'll give you some examples. If I want to say I often eat at the restaurant, you can say je mange souvent au restaurant. Or I always buy souvenirs. That's the school bell going. J'achète toujours des souvenirs. Or I sometimes go to Italy. Je vais parfois en Italie.